Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel today for the second Alliance War video season 28. Today we are facing Legion, so these guys finished Masters in the last couple of seasons, so they're going to be a pretty difficult matchup. However, they are quite a bit of a smaller alliance at only 12.1k prestige, so they do have a few non-R3 defenders and quite a few non-R3 attackers. My team for today is Doom, Ghost and Wasp. Got 6 fights. This first one here is just a Korgon Ebb and Flow knockdown. It's a really long but very safe and quite boring fight with Doom, so I have just sped it up a bit. Pretty much just going to be cycling special 1s, special 2s, mainly going to be getting damage from the special 2 incinerates. Doom's mediums, light, special attacks are all energy, so the only part of his kit that will take Thorns damage is his heavy attack, which I'm not really going to be throwing in this fight. Korg is shock immune obviously, so not going to be able to do the medium triple light heavy combos, so we are just going to be playing Doom like any normal champion. And yeah, there's not really a whole lot to this one, so should be finished in a moment. And the next fight that we're going to be taking is a Nova on Everflow Knockdown and also the Heavy Hitter node. So generally this fight is taken with a Quake because she can pretty much completely bypass all of Nova's abilities and doesn't have to worry about Heavy Hitter. However, I've taken this fight quite a few times before using Dr. Doom. It's not too bad of a fight as long as you are pretty good at reparrying. This Nova also was quite cooperative during this fight and did mainly go for medium light attacks rather than going for the heavy attacks after his first medium. Obviously Nova isn't shock immune, so we can get the heavy attack off and that will count as a knockdown, so we don't really need to worry about the knockdown node. Going to go for a Doom cycle in this matchup, get some more damage off, and we did just get the knockdown, so we've got the full duration of the Ebb and Flow Fury here. Special 3 does quite a lot of damage there, 31,000. And I believe I did have a Mystic Power boost on here, which is why we shot up to over a bar of power after that Special 3. Now specials other than the Special 3 are not going to do a ton of damage in this matchup because Nova actually reduces the damage from unblockable attacks by I think it's 70%. So you can see even with the Furies, Special 2 is not doing a ton, but it is enough to finish him off. Overall it's a pretty easy fight. So this next matchup is a Nick Fury. He has Power Alternator, Heavy Hitter and I think Steady Build Up Fury, which does not come into play unless I get hit and take a bunch of bleeds. So Doom's not really your traditional counter for this matchup. This will generally be taken with an Omega Red or a Quake, potentially an Archangel. But I have done this fight quite a few times before with Doom, and as long as you're sort of managing Nick's tactical charges quite well, he is a very solid counter for this. So basically the fight plan here is just to make sure that I always have a special ready, so that when he's at like 13-14 tactical charges, I can do a combo followed by a special attack and completely ignore the unblockable phase. Here I did make a bit of a mistake. He got into his unblockable phase from the special attack, but I believe I probably used it because he would have stolen all the power with Power Alternator. Now Nick Fury's AI, when he's unblockable, will basically never use a special attack 1, so it was safe to intercept while he had a bar of power there. And now he's in his second life, we immediately nullify the Fury. But this is sort of the more difficult part of the fight because we can't parry. Now Power Alternator actually helps quite a lot for this section of the matchup, because it means that Nick Fury is going to be getting his special attacks more often, which in turn means we are getting more opportunities to hit him. So here he goes unblockable again, he's got a special 1, he's not going to use that, so we're just going to go in for our own special 1. pushing past the unblockable phase, hitting into his block there and attempt to nullify the Fury buff, but doesn't get it. It's only a 30% chance. Now we pretty much just need to get one more in, combo into special 1, and that will finish him off. So it's about 2-minute fight. It's not too bad with Doom, even though he's generally not regarded as a top counter for that matchup. So this next fight is against a Psycho Man on the Ebb and Flow intercept node. He also has Sadist, but that doesn't really matter in this matchup. So Ghost probably was the better counter for this fight. However, I just opted to use Doom because he can take so many hits from him, which you are going to see will come into play later on. Now, during this fight, I actually don't really want to blame the lag, but there was a lot of lag in this fight, probably because of all the visual effects from Psycho Man and stuff. So here I am just trying to bait out specials. See there, the game just sort of froze briefly during his special 1 and during that heavy. Thankfully I do run stand your ground, which meant that we didn't take much damage from that heavy attack. But this is why I opted to use Doom for this matchup, because in the duels I was also getting some lag. There, I don't know if that was lag or just me being late. That there definitely did feel like a parry bug, but yeah, I don't really want to blame the game for it, but to be honest, Doom, he's pretty much crit immune in most matchups. He's got 50% armor rating, special 1 to the face and a full combo, only down to 6 of our health. So against Psycho Man, you pretty much just want to avoid doing what his control phase is. So right now he's in the special attack phase, so I'm not going to use my special 1. Now he's in the block phase, so I'm going to try and avoid blocking, because he messes with your ability accuracy, so it's quite likely my parries will be failing now, even though, as I say, that the parry actually lands. In his heavy phase, I'm not going to be going for heavy attacks, because I believe the stun can actually fail on the heavy. And the special attack 1, I mean, don't really need the abilities to work, but obviously it is better if they do. So this is going to be a long fight, but Doom, as you can see, he just is not taking damage here. Psycho Man does not hit hard whatsoever, and really it would probably take about 50 hits for him to get Doom down in this matchup. So yeah, if he also completes his sort of control phase, he does get some power in most of them. But there, we get an intercept, go off a special 2, and those incinerates should just finish him off. Now this next fight is another matchup that you would not really think Doom would be great for. This is a Rhino on Ebb and Flow intercept, but again, I'm using Doom here pretty much just because he is so tanky. I opt to use a regen boost pretty much just because we're getting so many of them with all these Alliance War compensation packages and stuff. So I opted to use that rather than another potion. Plan for this fight is to get off a single Fury cycle, ideally with the special 2 actually counting as an intercept. So I believe I do it at some point in this fight, but basically what you can do with Doom and his unblockable special attacks is you can use it while Rhino is dashing in. It will count as an intercept, and that special will deal full damage to him, as well as obviously give you 12 seconds where you do deal normal damage. But as you can see, even if you don't get any intercepts, Doom is not going to time out in this matchup. I believe this was a rank 3 Rhino. So definitely wasn't the best Doom cycle there. I think I used the special 3 when Rhino's power was really low. But here we're getting a much better lineup. He's over 2 bars, so we can do a full cycle here. So I do run 5 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion, so I did need to keep in mind that there was the potential power gain from nullifying his Furies. See there, he dashed in, we went for the special 2, counted as an intercept, and then it dealt a lot of damage. Sadly, Rhino did immediately dash straight into us, which meant that the mighty charge node shrugged off the incinerates. Otherwise, they would have been enough to kill him. There, I believe I actually tried to get the intercept off with the special 1, but the timing window on that is a lot less forgiving because the first hit is close range. So just going to go for this and probably another special 2. And this should nearly finish him off. Yeah, dash in there just so he can't dash in to shrug off the incinerates. Now we're moving on to the final fight of the war. This is a bishop boss. This is why Ghost and Wasp are on the team. So we have the hazard shift link up. We've got power start 1 booster, 150% tech boost. We also had some of the Mr. Fantastic pre-fights on here, mainly just to lower Bishop's power gain at the start of the fight. And yeah, special 2 brings him down to half health. Gets us to another special 2. This one pretty much kills him. And yeah, Bishop is just an absolute joke of a boss with Ghost. So we did end up winning this war. It was a pretty rough war on both sides, to be honest, but it's the win that counts. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next Alliance War video.